When you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate. Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure?
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight,
can see as we're drifting apart. I can't believe how it all turned out. Bring me to life, 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 bring me to
sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. And now when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put the fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground, so we can fly again, so we can fly again. not to go out of my mind. And all I need right now is for you to stay the night. But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight. What a time to be alive. Just you and I. Just you and I. Only you can put the fire out. You can turn it all around. And you can lift me off the ground. So we can fly again. 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 Oh, we can fly again.
You and me, hanging from the willow tree, quietly drifting in the open breeze. Suddenly, the wind blows you away from me. Now I see we were never meant to be. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, dance until the dawn. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa, right where we belong. Maybe we'll never need a reason why. Whoa, dance until the dawn. Born from the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you.
From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial Ballistix.
So, guys, welcome back to the seventh day of AKEF Gaming Saga, presented by AMD, powered by Crucial and store partner G-Rigs. As for the prize pool, the first prize is of 50K, and the second prize is 30K, and the third is 15K. And as for the MVP, they get an NZXT case Python, and they also get a 5K of cash prize for being the MVP for the whole tournament. Definitely something to look forward to and actually fight for and get the first place so that they can actually get the 50K. And as for the rest of the two, um, we'll actually see who actually get those. And as for the casters, it's me, Default, and with me is the one and only Deployed. Hello, Deployed.
Hello, hello. Thank you for the nice, I mean, such a nice introduction. Welcome, guys. So today we are in our quarterfinals. So which means today all the matches are going to be really good and fired up. And the crowd favorite played yesterday against Team Reckoning and Absolute Fight. They played against Reckoning, and sadly they made it to. I mean, they made it. They managed to take it to an overtime. But unfortunately, after that, Reckoning somehow won. So in the first match, it is going to be Reckoning going against Team Valor. So this is going to be really interesting because Team Valor, if someone asked me who is going to win between Reckoning and Team Valor like a couple of weeks ago, I would have definitely said Reckoning. But the way Team Valor has been performing in the uh, past few weeks, like Team Valor, they beat Global Esports. So I think it's going to be really interesting match. So what do you think, Default?
I would say Reckoning has the upper hand, considering they've been stomping on every other team they have actually faced, except for Absolute V, because they went overtime. Then again, it's a 50-50 chance for all the teams, in my opinion. I can't wait to actually
Yep.
see what they have in store for us.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yeah. What about the Team Valor? Do you have any another opinion? Like, do they actually have a chance against the Reckoning?
Yep, absolutely. That is what I'm saying. Because 2 weeks ago, if you asked me, Team Valor, I mean, they are a good team. They have been performing for a really long time. But the way they have been performing for the past few weeks, I would say they are in the top of their career. So maybe Reckoning, they need to be very careful. Yesterday, they almost won the match by the skin of their teeth. Absolute Five, they played extremely well, but unfortunately, they could only take it to an overtime. And from there, Reckoning managed to take it out, and they held on to, to their nerves, and somehow they won it. So today it's going to be really interesting to see what happens because Team Valor is also not an easy team. It is like also a really good tier one team. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are gonna act and play against each other. And my prediction, if you ask me, even though Team Valor they have been playing so well in the far, my prediction. Okay, what is your prediction? Was Default? Tell me your prediction. Who do you think is gonna win and
Mm,
by what score?
who do you think you say?
Yes.
I would say Reckoning has it, to be honest. But
Okay.
as a caster, I shouldn't actually give my
Yes, yes.
opinion.
No, 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 no. We are not giving our opinion. We are not
Opinion,
being
but
biased. We are just
yeah,
giving our support. I mean,
fair.
what do we think? Like now, we are not casters. We are analysts, right?
Yeah,
So as soon as the match starts, we are going to be casters. At that time, we won't be biased. So
true.
now, you think Reckoning is going to win, right?
Yeah, Reckoning has it. Yeah.
So what will be the score? What do you think? Will it be a close match?
Maybe, just maybe. I'm actually hoping it is actually gonna be a close match so that we can actually go through the whole game.
So I
Then
think just
again,
to make it equal, I'm gonna support Team Valor. Okay, because they've been having a really good match and the really good week and really good tournament. But if you look at the games that previously played, Valor got a walkover to come to this quarterfinals. Actually,
yeah,
their
against
opponents
game over,
forfeited in the round of 16.
game over.
So yep, and which means they have. I mean, they didn't have to fight for this spot, but on the other hand, Team Reckoning they had to do. They had to bring their best in the table to beat Team Absolute Five in the pre-quarterfinals. So this is going to be interesting. So, but I'm gonna just to make it equal, I'm gonna say Team Valor is gonna win. But I'm guessing another overtime in this quarterfinal. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, and speaking of another thing, did you actually get to look at the Z skins that I mentioned yesterday?
What skins? Oh,
Z
the
Z
new skins.
the new
Yes, I
skins.
exactly. I saw the leaks and I mean, it's pretty interesting. I want to see how the animations are gonna turn out. The kill animation and the gun sound and everything. Because usually for me, more than the kill animation, I would say the gun bullet sound. The satisfaction that you get is totally depends on the sound of the gun when you shoot. So I'm actually excited for that. I mean, Valorant so far they've been pulling out some really cool skins. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it yet. I guess we'll have to wait for another 10 hours. I think 10 hours, and after that, the update is gonna come. And after that, let's see. Let's see. I mean, I just wanna see how good the gun looks before I could go and buy. But it's really cool. I think it is somewhere similar to that Ion bundle. What do you think?
That is true, but Iron doesn't have that music vibe to it. But
Yes, yes.
exactly,
Maybe this
it's
one has.
it has. Oh, definitely it has. Oh, because Zed is actually making the music here. And as
Yep.
for the aesthetics, oh, it's actually really pleasing to the eyes. Then again, it's a competitive game, so I feel like the players will actually be a little bit of a distracted with it, but they'll get over it in a few
I
days or
agree.
so. As for the finisher, oh, the beat towards it, oh,
Oh,
it's
is the
actually
finisher
great.
already out?
Yeah, it's out. You can
Oh
actually
my
check
god, I didn't see it.
you can actually check it
Then
out.
nice.
And speaking of
So
the act going down, we can actually see multiple people getting back on their gears and actually grind for the next Radiant position.
yep.
So it's actually a really hard time. It's actually gonna be a really hard time for them, considering there are actually new players coming into Valorant, and they are actually stomping down even the oldest players and getting up into the leaderboards. So,
Yeah, I totally agree with that point.
hello?
I mean,
Uh,
especially like, some of the teams they have been in the top. I mean, you can hear me, right?
yeah, yeah,
Hello?
I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So some of the players, I mean, some of the teams, for example, Global Esports, Velocity Gaming, Samurai Sports formerly, but now they've regrouped their team to and they've moved their organization to Team EXO. So Team EXO and a team like Enigma, for I mean, for if you asked me like a month ago, I would say these teams were like probably unbeatable. They were like so good at the game and they were like so dominant. But now looking at all the new teams that are coming out and the way they have been able to like dominate, I mean, be able to like upset the gaming. We saw Team Sus Squad get a map against Enigma Gaming. We saw Team Valor beat Global Esports. Like all these new teams and all these tier 2, I mean not tier 2, obviously tier 1 teams which we won't expect to beat the top teams, they are beating them. So I think the domination it's not going to be there for a very long time in this Valorant Indian esports community. But we are going to see some new teams coming up as well. So a lot of new teams, a lot of new players, but with a lot of potential, I would say.
So we have actually new info on what maps we are actually gonna have for today.
Yep.
And for the first map, it's Ascend again. Valor is
Yep.
actually playing the defense side here. So if you were their coach, what agents would you recommend them to use as a defense player?
I mean, look, I mean, a lot of people have a different kind of, lineup and they might have a different kind of stat. But if you ask me, I would say that for attack, Breach would be really nice because he's a really good and powerful initiator. For a duelist, Phoenix, obviously because Ascent is like a lot of flash oriented map. And in defender sided, I would say Killjoy is a better idea because she can just shut down the whole side of B or A all alone. And yeah, maybe for a smoke Astra or something. And other than that, they can play whatever it fits. And obviously, Sova, it's going to be a default pick. I'm going to tell
Yeah,
you that both the teams, they're no matter what lineup they go with, they're gonna have a Sova in their lineup for sure. And I'm not a big fan of Ascent to be honest, because I've been whatever matches that I've casted, I don't know. A lot of teams seem to like Ascent very much because I mean it's a good map. I like to play in Ascent, but I'm kind of bored with Ascent. I keep seeing Ascent again and again, but I'm finally thankful that map number 2 cannot be Ascent because map number 1 is Ascent.
Ascend. And
So
as for the second
oh,
map, we have actually it's
bind.
bind, it's bind, and the Reckon
And
is playing
also,
defense.
yep, and Reckoning is going to be playing defense. Yesterday we saw how good of Killjoy the Reckoning is was they had. See, the Killjoy did a really good job. So I think a lot of pressure is going to be on him in the side when they go to Bind, because Bind is also a really good map for Killjoy. But let's see what they're going to see. I mean, it's their match; they have to decide. So what do you think? Which kind of agents and which kind of lineup they should have default? What do you think?
Personally, as a Sage main, I would love to see a Sage in there, or anywhere, to be honest. I rarely see people pick up Sage in tournaments nowadays. Then again, Riot has been shutting her down with many nerfs, so it would
Yep.
be actually nice to see Sage being played in any of those maps.
Yeah,
So
totally true. Because yep, Sage is like a really good pick. What are the other agents do you think they should pick?
maybe Sky instead of a Breach, since she can actually heal their teammates. And yeah, then and maybe Cypher, because he can use some nutty lineups on the B side of Bind or Ascend, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Like,
totally agree.
yeah, on a side in Ascend, you can actually drop the trapwise really low, and during the push of the A side, it's kind of hard to notice them, and it sort of like pushes them away. And maybe they would actually have to look at it, or be careful about those tripwires and not actually fall for them. And with the new buff for the tripwires, even jet mains are actually scared of them. So what do you
Yep.
say?
Yeah, because now they can't dash through the cipher traps. I mean, cipher tripwires anymore. Because in past, all they have to do is like as soon as they spot a trapwire or get trapped in it, they all they need to do is like click the dash button and they will be out of it. But now they can't do it anymore. So I think it's a really good buff, and cipher could be, I mean, cipher could be a really good substitute instead of a killjoy also, because cipher is, I mean, he provides a lot of utility towards the same team. For example, like when you attack in the side of ascent, if you have a killjoy, you will have to leave the killjoy towards the B side when you're going for an A execute, and make her hold that area and also watch mid from maybe tiles or somewhere. But when you have a cipher, all you have to do is like put a tripwire in B main or like wherever you want, and then you could just join the team, and you will get info whenever someone comes for a backstab. They're gonna destroy the trip, and after that you can start watching. Until then, you can at least use all the gunpowder and all the team and all the manpower for the push that you want to execute, right? So I think that's a really good I mean, advantage, especially with Cypher, and also in defense, he's like really strong. Like a lot of people, a lot of Cypher players, at least they're gonna get one kill with their setup. Like if the enemies don't notice, like if they're like a really good Cypher and if they have a really good IQ, they can put some sneaky and weird kind of tripwire setups, and with that, if they use their cage, I think they could I mean, they could get a lot of free kills for in their advantage. But a rush, if you ask me, will be held better by Killjoy than a Cypher, because a Cypher trap, let's say he has two tripwires, it's only going to catch two people. But for Killjoy, the turret is going to shoot obviously onto one person, but
Deal more
that's
damage.
going to be the
Yeah,
swarm grenades as well. So swarm grenades and the alarm bot, it's going to hold the attackers for a really longer time, especially in the B side of a stand, because it's like very narrow to get into the side. You
true.
can't afford to go into the lane one, but if you try to go towards lane two, I mean, the killjoy that's playing towards the city, she can obviously peek with her turret, unless and otherwise she's smoked and she's been held well. So I think killjoy is a good idea for defensive side in ascent, especially if you want to make her hold B side. But if you go to bind, I would definitely say Cypher 100%. What do you think?
I will actually hand you that, because Killjoy is a way better agent than Cypher in terms of dealing damage, because
Yes.
you have to deal with the turret first if you're gonna push into its side, because it sort of acts like a sixth person to the team, because it is actually dealing damage to you, and it slows your movement down a lot,
Yeah.
and letting other teammates to actually pin the other player down and actually take them out.
Yeah.
And speaking of smokes, would you rather pick Brim or Astra or Omen?
If it's bind, bind has a lot of spots that you have to smoke off, especially when you try to attack. So I think, a brim would be a better choice, especially having said that when you go, some teams, they like to rush the A short area when they push A side in the map of bind. And when they rush, sometimes when the brim has his ultimate, all you have to do is you could just ult lamps and make sure that they're not going to peek, and you can just rush into the side. And with all the smokes covering the uh, box or top box and heaven, and even splitting up the site into two. And I think Brim is a really good agent for that. But in the map of Ascent, if you ask me, I think Astra is a really good choice, because she can she can hold them off. Like if you're playing a Killjoy on the side of B, you need someone to hold A as long as possible, right? Because when Killjoy is playing B, you're obviously not gonna have a Sage in your team. So which means the mid area is gonna be really vulnerable. So in that case, I think it would be like a really good choice to go with Astra. But some teams like to play Omen as well in Ascent, and because a lot of Omen players, a lot of pro players, they are like really good with their aim, not only with their utility. So when you play Omen, it'll give you a lot of room to go and make those plays work for yourself. I'm not saying that if you play Astra or Brim, you're not going to be able to score kills and make a play for yourself. But if you play Omen, you have more chances, more opportunities to make that play happen. Like you could go for the backstab, you can use this ult to get info, and especially his paranoia after the price has been reduced. It is really, it is really a big key for the team. So I think in terms of smoke, I would prefer Astra and then Omen and then Brim for the map of Ascent, because Ascent has a lot of entry points, and when you're defending, if you use agent like Brimstone, you're only gonna have three smokes, and after you use those three smokes, it's not gonna recharge, right? So
True.
you have to wait until, I mean, I mean, only you could only use three smokes per round. But if you look at Astra, she has five Astral stars, so I think she can smoke more than Brim. And obviously for Roman, his smokes are gonna get recharged as we go through the round. So yep, my choice is gonna be Astra and then Omen and then Brim for Ascent.
Speaking of Brim, you gotta deal with the Molly too. If they're
Yep.
actually gonna commit to a site, and if there is the Brim Molly, it's actually gonna be pain in the ass to be honest, because it deals more damage than a Phoenix Molly. T- have you
Totally
actually
agree.
been in a situation where you actually
Yep.
died to a Brim Molly before?
Brim players most usually, whenever they smoke off a site, like when they're trying to hold it off, they smoke off the main area, and after that they throw molly into it. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna buy some time. So the same thing that Killjoy does with a swarm grenade, that's the same thing Brim's molly does as well. It's gonna hold them back off, and they're not gonna push through the smoke, and you're gonna give your teammates enough time to go for the rotate, unless the opponents are like too aggressive. They try to go through the smoke and they try to walk through the molly. They are obviously gonna stay alive when they walk out of the molly, but they're gonna be like one bullet. They all it
One
takes is like
shot,
one bullet to
one
take them
shot.
down. So I don't think any team would be that stupid to do that. So I think Brim is also a good agent, especially in a map like Bind, because Bind is a really good map for
Brimstone.
Brimstone, because a lot of spots and everything, a lot of molly lineups, post plan molly lineups, and in defense as well. You could If you could hold them out for like extra 5 or 6 seconds, it's gonna be really helpful. And I think Brim is definitely a really good choice for the map of mine. He's like super strong.
And in case of Ascents, I have actually seen really good pair ups of agents with
Yep.
the Sova and Astra. Like Astra would like pull the players into the pull in A main, while the Sova does the double shock darts and actually get a
Yeah.
kill or deal little bit of a damage and make the players vulnerable. And maybe they can actually make another player from A side peek A long and get maybe a few kills or two. What about that? Isn't that a little bit of magical to see?
Yep. I totally agree. Astra's like an agent. I mean, not only with what do you call it? Well, not only with Sova, she can like do this combo thing with a lot of agents.
Killjoy,
For
yeah.
example, she can do it with Phoenix. She can do it with Killjoy as well. Like whenever like I've seen a stat where the part is there, right, in the A main area. So she's gonna put a gravity well there, and she's gonna pull, and all Phoenix has to do is like Phoenix has like a different kind of lineup from the side. Which is gonna have the molly land on the same exact position. So all he has to do is throw that molly, and as soon as the gravity well comes in, he has to go to a Semin, and he's going to flash his opponent. So the opponents are not going to know where they're going, where they're moving. So all he has to do is use two of his flashes. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get some kills if their opponent try to push into the gravity well, because they're not going to know where to run, right? So
True.
that's a pretty much stat. And talking about the Soa and Astra, not only in Ascent, like we've seen this thing happen in like uh, Haven, a lot of maps, like the maps that are
True.
like really good for Soa. You could see like a Astra and a Soa combo coming in. That's like a really powerful combo. I totally agree. And you could see a lot of them in Ascent as well if players decide to go for the Soa and Astro pickup. But usually it's pretty hard to see the combo between them, because the Soa players, they usually like to play the B main wall, because that's like the one of the most overpowered spots for a Soa, because the wall at the B side, it's wall bangable towards the B main area. So I think that's a really good spot for them to play. And in their
And
combo, if Astro also plays B, then it
we actually have to cut back to the main screen to be
oh,
honest, because
all right.
our players are actually changing their
Okay, so guys, so with that, we are going to switch back to the map agent selection scene. So let's see what the teams are gonna pick. And yep,
and we have a Buster VL Buster playing as Phoenix, I have actually seen him play in a lot of matches, and he's actually really good with the Phoenix. And
Yep.
as for the Jet, I cannot actually pronounce that name. Pasha.
Jane.
No, the other
Which
Jet.
one? Oh,
VL.
the Pasha Sahil. Pasha
Pasha
Sahil.
Sahil. Pasha
So
Sahil.
he's like a pretty famous person. Like he plays with a lot of streamers. So now he has finally joined Team Valor. So let's see what's gonna be happening, because I think, just like I said, Astra is like one of the best picks for
Best.
the map of Ascent. You could see Astra coming on from both the sides, and that's gonna be really interesting to see. And so it's gonna be a default pick. And looks like Team Valor, they are going for the same exact picks that I told. Phoenix, Astra, Killjoy. So I predicted 4 agents, so they picked it. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be a mirror pick from both the teams.
Oh, okay.
Did you notice that?
Oh, now that you said it, I see it.
Oh, nice. This is going to be interesting.
You know you gotta have a Sova in a sense, so
I mean, it's like
it's a
you
default.
got to have
Yeah,
it. You
yeah, you
got to have
gotta
it.
have it. You gotta have it.
Totally agree.
Some kind of
Yeah, we're back to the
yeah,
caster
back to
scene, I guess.
some kind of
So the game is gonna load, guys. So you have to wait for a bit, and unfortunately, so I don't know what's happening. So as soon as we get back to the scene, I mean, we get back to the match, we will see that. So where was I? I was talking about. I'm
uh,
not quite sure. Default, continue.
we were talking about never mind. We are back to the game. We are back to the game.
Oh, we are back to the game. Okay, let's get back to the game. Okay, that's weird. Okay, all right. We're gonna get back to the game, guys.
Oh, trying to get that A pick. In comes the Sova dart. Multiple people trying into. Oh, there goes the first multiple picks.
I have the spike.
Hunter
Spike
takes
down
down
A.
Tiago. And looks like they're actually gonna go back B. Soa has the spike.
Oh.
Could you take back? I have some.
Yo, he's gonna get one another kill. I think it's a 3v4 at the moment.
Bot coming back. Spike planted. Turret out.
It is going to be really interesting to see how these guys are going to play. It's a 3v3 at the moment. The plant is going to go down for now, and it's still a 3v3. No worries advantage, and Team Valor looking to retake towards the B side. The plant is going towards the B side, and two players are inside, and one is still towards B main. I think they're going to spot him. Hunter is going to take him down. Hunter is going to take Bonduf down, and with that, we are looking at
A 1-0 in
Oh,
favor of
yep.
Valor.
nice 1-0 in the favor of Team Valor. Nice, really good start for them. So which means they're gonna have an advantage starting off in this map. So let's see how it's gonna turn out for them. On the other hand, Team Reckoning Esports, they will have to go for an eco, because they have to make sure that they have enough buy for the next round. So they're gonna go for an eco. So let's see what's gonna happen there. And Team Valor and Reckoning are going against each other. It's gonna be a really interesting match. If you honestly ask me, what do you think, Default?
I mean, it is the quarterfinals, so they actually have to play well for themselves in order to get them into the semifinals. So
Yep.
they have to do their level best.
I totally agree. And looks like it's gonna be a B
Vivian-
push coming. Oh, A push
A push.
coming on from the side of Team Reckoning. And Juven is gonna take on Pixel. And never mind. Pixel is gonna get one, but he's gonna get traded by Juven. Juven is gonna be very low on HP, but it doesn't matter because it is a fourth buy round for them. So it is a 4v4. Three players of Reckoning Esports already on very low HP, which means they are gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Also, Bonduf, now man, he's gonna take out Buster, which means it's gonna be a 4v3. Just as I say that, Bonduf is gonna get another. He's gonna take down Hunter, which means it is going to be a 4v2. Still in the favor of Team in the favor of Team Reckoning. Don't forget, this is an eco round for the side of Reckoning. So if they win this, it could be a lot of damage done to the side of Team Valor. But having said that, the last two players are like really full on HP. Bullet is gonna get one. He's gonna get two, but Tiago will be there. Jane is gonna be there to trade two of his teammates. So with that, it's gonna be round number 1 on the board for the side of Team Reckoning.
You know, both teams are actually gonna be really good because they actually won a Nico. So and
Yep.
other team, I mean Valor had a better buy than Reckoning, but still they pushed through and got the second round for themselves.
Yep. I
And
agree.
as in
And
it's a 1-1.
yes. And I think default you have to turn on the sound of the game on the stream. Only then it will work. I think because people are saying that they can't hear the game sound.
Oh.
So with that, browser. So okay, the game is on. We are going in to a really crucial situation here. Let's see what's gonna happen.
ഒന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഹലോ ഡിഫോൾട്ട് അതെന്താ?
One enemy
ഗെയിം
remaining.
ഓടി ഇവിടെ ഓണാണ്.
അതിന്റെ വല്ല ഇഷ്യൂ ആണോ?
ഇല്ലല്ല ഗെയിം ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. ഇവിടെ ഓടി
ഉണ്ട്
കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഉണ്ട് ഉണ്ട്.
നമുക്കിവിടെ ഓക്കെടാ. ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് ഫീഡ് നോക്കട്ടെ ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. ഇല്ലല്ല കറക്റ്റാണ്. അത് നേരത്തെയാണ്, അത് തുടക്കത്തിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പം മ്യൂട്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ ഓക്കെ ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഓക്കെയാണ്. നമുക്ക് എനിക്കിവിടെ ഫീഡ് കറക്റ്റാ.
Yeah, ghost in his hand. He's gonna get sprayed through the wall. With that, it's gonna be round number 2 on the board for the side of Reckoning. Yeah. Can you continue with the stream? Yep. There you go, guys. So we are looking at the stream. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay in my stream, so in my end. So I think I'm a little bit behind in the casting as well. So let us make sure that everything is fixed so that we can get back into the game. I think until that default, you can carry on.
Player standing. Spike down B.
Yep. There comes the equalizer. Yep. Yep.
Pulling them in. One down. Spike down A.
What happened? Is everything good, default? Yeah, I will take over, but the thing is, there's a little bit of delay, guys, so if you have to bear with me. So it's gonna be a 2v2. Twist is gonna get 1 kill, and Juven is gonna pop off his ult. He's not gonna be able to do much there. He's gonna get he's gonna try to get one, but with that, it's gonna be a 1v2. Still in the favor of Team Reckoning, but Bullet is gonna get one, which means it is going to be a 1v1. He's gonna walk outside of the lockdown. So he's gonna try and pick the fight at some other time. So the plant is gonna go down. Juven is gonna be able to get the plant down. Bullet he's gonna use his lockdown as well. So I think at this point, Juven he has to go aggressive, and that is exactly what we are seeing. He's already pushed the heaven side. He's trying to go for that aggressive peak, and never mind if he goes aggressive or not, he's gonna take down the lockdown. But that's gonna give a little bit of chance for Bullet to take the site, and he's gonna stick the defuse actually here. And I think it's a round for the side of Valor, and yes, Bullet is gonna stick stick the defuse, and he's gonna get the round for himself. What a round from the side of Team Valor, and that is going to help them to win this round. Whoa! A really good round for the side of Team Valor, and with that, they're gonna win this round. And let's see what's gonna happen. Yep, I totally agree. And the thing is, like, let's take a look at the scoreboard now. You could see Bullet with 6 kills, and oh, now mind, we're gonna start with the round, and Hunter is gonna be ready with the with his recon dart towards the B main area. He's gonna use it, but he's not gonna spot anyone because there's nobody outside B main except for Trish, who's holding on to the tiles area. So which means it is going to be really interesting to see how these guys are gonna play. On the other hand, JN and his team are going towards the A site. And looks like Jen is holding towards the heaven area, but he's not going to spot anyone. The Astra is going to be holding towards the Gen area. It is Pixel. Can he get some kills here? We have to wait and see what's going to happen there. And on the other hand, the orb is going to be picked up, and Bullet still holding on to the still holding on to the tiles area, hoping that someone will come for backstab and he will be able to take him down. So let's see what's going to happen there. Still, Team Reckoning Esports, they are waiting outside A. Any push has not been executed from them yet. And this is a really important round for them. So if they lose this round, they're going to be pushed to an eco. So that is why they're being really careful there. But there comes the Astral Divide is also going to come in. But will they be able to utilize it? And Buster is in like a really good position here. And Astral Pull is going to come in. Pixel is going to peek with it. He's going to get one. Hunter's Chalk Dad is going to come in. Just what you were talking about, default. The combo between the Astra and so is going to come in. And Pixel is going to get another, which means it is all up to the Killjoy for the side of Team Reckoning Esports, and that will be Trisht with the Phantom in his hand and with all the utilities that in the world in his hand too. And Bullet is going to come for a backstab, but he's not going to be able to take him. Trisht is going to finish him off, but it is going to be Hunter going for the trade. With that, it's going to be round number 4 on the board for the side of Team Valor. All right. So if you take a look at the what
ഹലോ, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. OBS എടുക്ക്, സെറ്റിങ്സ് ഇപ്പോൾ വീഡിയോ സോറി ഔട്ട്പുട്ട്, അതിൽ ബിറ്റ് റേറ്റ് എന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് എത്ര കിടക്കുന്നത്? അതൊരു 6000 ആക്കെ. എന്നിട്ട് ഓക്കെ അടിച്ചു. സ്ട്രീമൊന്നും നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യണ്ട. എന്നിട്ട് പോയി ചെയ്തോ.
Panzer going for the aggressive peek with the operator in his hand. So let's see if he's able to pick get any picks there. And he's going to take out Pixel, which means it is going to be a 1v1. But the sad thing is he doesn't have the spike at this point. So it's just all up to Buster to hold on to the spike as long as he can. But still, Buster has 50 seconds in the clock to make a clutch happen at this point. So let's see what's going to happen. And let's see how it's going to turn out for both the teams. At this point, looks like it is going to be a Valor round. Having said that, Panzer is very low on HP, but he has a operator in his hand, so all it takes is like one bullet to take his enemy down. So let's see what's gonna happen. And at this point, if you ask me, I think Team Valor, they have the advantage. And look, let's take a look at the scoreboard right after this match. But as of now, it is going to be 20 seconds on the clock, and he's going to be able to pick up the spike, Panzer, and he's going to go for the plant. And Buster still holding on to the CT area just to make sure that Panzer doesn't try out any like 200 IQ gameplay. But I think Panzer is going to die there, and yes, he's going to die to the hands of Buster. With that, it is going to be a free kill for Buster, and with that, he's going to get the defuse down, which means it is going to be a 5-2 on the scoreboard in the favor of Team Valor. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 5-2 lead in the favor of Team Valor. So it is going to be really interesting to see how the game is gonna go from here. Pretty even at this point. So if you take a look at the scoreboard, and I think it is pretty, pretty same. And Hunter is going to be on 9 kills with that, playing that Odin role. On the other hand, Jane is going to be the top fragger for them. And there, it looks like it's going to be an A execute coming on from the side of Team Reckoning. And the ult is going to be activated from Buster, but it's of no use. It's going to be taken down by Bondef. And the ult the Hunters, the run it back from the side of Reckoning has also been used. And it's a 4v3 in the favor of Reckoning, as Jane is going to take down Buster down. With that, it's going to be 4v3, but Jane is very low on HP. So let's see what's gonna happen at this point. And Hunter is waiting with his Odin to get someone to get spotted, and he's gonna spray down. He's gonna take one bullet onto the jet of the side Reckoning, but he's not gonna be able to cause enough damage to get the kill. So this is going to be really interesting to see what's gonna happen. And Bullet, on the other hand, he's gonna try to peek that A shot area, but he's gonna go down in the hands of Bondef. So Trist he's going to be holding on to the A shot area, but Hunter is holding on to him with Odin as well. So let's see who's going to be able to do something here. A 2v5, 2v4 in the favor of Team Reckoning, and make that a 1v4 as Bondef takes down Pasha Sile. It's all up to Hunter to clutch this round. He has Odin in his hand. He's going to get one, but he will not have enough time to go for the clutch, and it will be Jayan who finishes him off. Round number 3 on the board for the side of Team Reckoning Esports, and with that, you could look at the scoreboard. Hunter doing a really good job for his team. Looks like, but looks like they are a little bit weak in terms of economy. Team Valor. So maybe a save round coming on from their side. While on the other hand, Team Reckoning, even though they are down by 2 rounds, they are looking pretty good in terms of their economy. So they should be having that momentum in their favor as well. So let's see what's gonna happen. What do you think, Default?
Team Valor has been playing a really good defense as of now, considering the Sova is actually playing the Odin, but still he's actually doing a really good job as a Sova.
Yep.
Giving info to his teammates and taking down inch by inch of health of his opponents with all his wallbang angles. You could see that when the jet crossed in, he took one bullet to the head, but still remaining 1 HP. As of now, Bone Def actually takes down Bullet, leaving the B side open on leaving Hunter to hold from CT. But they do get the site, clearing each and every angle. And maybe they get the plant as of now. And there goes the plant. In comes the Hunter's Fury, trying to cancel the plant, but the spike is already down. But oh, Pixel knives JN. Oh no, that's kind of a bad BM. And there goes the KJ ult, but gets broken down by Team Valor.
Oh, how did he get that headshot? He's only on 5 HP.
Beautifully done.
That was a really crucial kill.
Good retake. They played it really well.
Yep. They played it really well, and by the skin of the teeth, Pixel is gonna manage to get the last kill, which means Team Valor, they are back on the driving seat. But will they be having enough economy to go for the buy in this round? Because you could see Bullet and Pasha Sile, they don't have enough economy to buy anything. They will have to stick to buying a Spectre. And Pasha Sile also, he doesn't have the ultimate, so that he could use his Blade Storms to get some kills there. But Hunter obviously can go for a Vandal buy or a Phantom buy with half shields. And on the other side, you can see Jayan. He's going to be buying a Frenzy since he has the ultimate ready. So which means we are going to see some Jet action on play. And the exact combination that I was talking about. The Phoenix and the Astra combination. That's going to come in, but unfortunately, Team Reckoning, they're going to be aware of it. And there comes the pull, the flash exactly that I was talking about. That's also going to come in. But Team Reckoning, they are aware of what's going on. So they're going to wait until both the pulls are being used. Both the gravity are being used. Buster is going to miss all his shots, but his teammate Tiago is going to be there to help him. No, his teammate Pixel is going to be there to help him. But Bond of Tiago is going to put the Molly at the right place. He's going to take one down. Pasha Sile is going to get another, get his ult. Tiago, TN is going to get one. With that, it's going to be a 1v3 in the favor of Team Reckoning. Looks like this round is going to go in the favor of Reckoning. So let's see what's going to happen. Bullet is going to get one. He's going to get two. Oh my god. A 1v3, which was looking a really comfortable round for the side of Reckoning. Suddenly a 1v1, and Juan very low on HP. He's going to get the headshot. But that would not be enough to take down Bullet since he had a full shield in his hand. With that, it's going to be round number 7 on the board for the side of Team Valor. A really good round from their side. I mean, at the last I didn't expect Bullet to clutch a 1v3, a really awesome clutch from his side. He only had a Bulldog in his hand, having said that. But he positioned himself really good to get that last 3 kills, and he managed the round for them. And that's going to put on the team Reckoning Esports onto an eco, which means this round should go in the favor of Team Valor as well. So over to you, Default.
You gotta curse the Phantom for that, to be honest. If he had a Vandal there, it should have been a clean headshot, one shot.
Yep, sadly.
Sadly, true. And he had a Bulldog, so upper hand goes towards the Vandal there if he had it. But
Yep.
looks like Bullet actually gets the first pick for the round, but gets traded out by the Jet. And Trist actually also gets a 1 pick. Keep in mind, this is actually their eco, but it's a 3v3 situation right now. Down goes the plant by JN. In comes the Hunter's Fury. Trying to get a pick, but couldn't connect.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Team BL taking down every single opponent. Finally, it's a 2v0.
Taking that back.
7-3 on the board. Beautiful retake. Good retake.
Yep. I mean, just as expected, right? Because it was an eco round for the side of Reckoning Esports, so this was like inevitable. But they managed to get 3 picks there, but I don't think it's gonna help them at all because, if you look at Team Valor, took a look at Team Valor, they have a lot of economy on their side. Oh, never mind, they're gonna be a little bit of weak, but I think they have enough money to go for the 4. But on the other side, Team Reckoning Esports, they're gonna have a buy round now, and this is going to be the last round for the first half as well. And Pasha Sahil, for some reason he's gonna go for the judge play, or now he's gonna go for he's gonna go back to the Spectre. So let's see if he's able to take an Orbalt for altar for himself. He's gonna be able to use that Blade Storm against his opponents as well. So let's see what's gonna happen. Juven is gonna use his all drone to spot one of the enemies towards the generator area. He will also spot one enemy towards the heaven. So there comes the lineup for the recon dart, and I think it is going to spot nobody because it's gonna hit the A shot area and nobody's towards the T. Pasha Sahil has already pushed out and he's gonna whiff his knives, which means he will only have a Spectre in his hand. Will he be able to get it? And Jane is very close. He's gonna pre-fire some certain angles, but he's not gonna be able to catch Pasha Sahil. But there are 2 people towards A shot, and it is going to be Jane taking on Pasha Sahil. With that, it is back to a 4v4. And just as I say that, Pixel is gonna get 1. And Trist is gonna take down Buster. Hunter is gonna go back and forth trade going on both sides. A 2v2 in nobody's favor. The plant has to go down. And Default, take it away.
It's a 2v2 situation. The plant has to go down. In comes the Astral, destroying any kind of contact from heaven, but still they have to focus on the A short tree.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and he gets the kill. Down goes the KJ also. And Team Reckoning actually closes the round.
Yep.
With with 30 HP. Beautifully done. 8-4 on the board. And it's a second half.
Yep. It's the second half, and this time I would say 4-8 is not a bad score, especially having said that both the teams, they have a similar lineup. Which means Team Reckoning Esports, they have a really good chance in the second half as well. But depending on who's going to win this first pistol round in the second half. So it is going to be really interesting to see how these guys are going to play out. A pretty normal buy coming on from both the sides, obviously, because it is a pistol round. So Team Reckoning, they have to give it their everything in this round if they imagine to win this, make a comeback happen for themselves. The score is still 8-4. Which means Team Valor, they don't have to worry about anything. They have a lot of rounds to work with, so that's exactly what they're gonna do. So far, it looks like it's gonna be an A push. The team, they are regrouping, except for the Killjoy from the side of Reckoning, and that's gonna be Bullet. He's gonna hold on to the angle and push in that I was talking about. When you use a Killjoy for in the map like Ascent, the Killjoy is gonna have to hold on to the B main area. Looks like both the teams, they were like listening to my analysis, and they're like exactly doing the exact same thing.
They're doing the same thing. And, it's kind of funny.
They're like playing. Oh, there you go. The Astro Bull is gonna come in, but no, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna stop Buster at all. He's gonna get 3. Panther on the other hand, he's gonna take out Pixel, but it doesn't matter because Buster is gonna take him down. 4v2. Looks like this round is gonna go in the favor of Team Valor. Reckoning Esports trying to make this work for them in a 2v4 so far. So let's see, it's all up to Juven and Trish to clutch this round up. So far looks like they're gonna have a hard time because Pasha Sahil and the Phoenix, they are being set up really good, and that's gonna be Pasha Sahil going to get 1. Juven is gonna get trade him out. But Buster with the 4K in this first pistol round in second half. A really good round from the side of Buster and his team. Team Valor, they're gonna go to a lead of 9-4, which means Team Reckoning Esports, they're not at all looking good, because having said that, now the lead is gonna go from 4 rounds to 5 rounds, and also Team Valor, they're gonna be able to go for a buy, while they're not gonna be able to afford much there. So they're gonna go for Nico nonetheless, which means it is going to be a 10-4. So now, yep, you're gonna listen to default now.
You know, Buster has been playing a little bit of a passive side on the defense side, but when it comes to attack, he's just popping off, to be honest. Just on the first round, he got a 4K for this. And Bullet takes down JN with the run and gun Vandal and tries to get a pick onto, but gets helped by Buster.
Oh.
Spamming through the wall, but still couldn't connect.
Last player standing.
Well played by Juen. Oh my god. It is their eco. But Buster takes down the last guy. Even though it's their eco, it is actually a really good round for them. For Reckoning,
Yeah.
I mean. They got
I totally agree.
They got 2 picks who had really good guns for their second round into the pistol round. So
And now they're gonna be, I wouldn't say they're in an advantage yet, because now the last round was a buy round for the side of Team Valor, but now if you look at them, they only have 2 Spectres. Apart from that, they're gonna have 3 Vandals as well, so it's gonna be pretty hard for Team Reckoning to get this round without leaving any bodies behind, because more people they lose in this round, they're not gonna have enough economy to afford in the next round. So which means they are going to be in a very crucial spot. The double chocolate lineup is going to come in, but Team he's going to be aware of it. His counterpart, so he's going to be aware of it. He's going to move away from that. Juven is going to spot 2 people towards the B main area. A 5v4 to start things off in this round, and looks like the ult is going to come in. The Killjoy Swarm Grenade is not going to stop the Phoenix ult, obviously, and Pachasile is going to take a position towards the switch area. And it is a 5v4 in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports. Just as I say that, Pachasile is going to go for that lane 2 peak. He's going to get 1 bullet, is going to get another. A 5v4 advantage starting in the favor of Team Reckoning, now going in the favor of Team Valor Esports. I mean Team Valor, as they're gonna take all the members of Team Reckoning, and it is all up to the ATHMA for the Team Reckoning Esports to clutch a 1v4. I mean, it is not impossible. He's gonna get 1, but that should be it. With that, it is going to be Bullet who finishes off Panzer, and with that, it is going to be round number 11. Looks like this match is already done and dusted, because now Team Reckoning Esports, they're not gonna have enough money to go for a buy, and they will have to go for an eco, which means we will be seeing a match point from the side of Team Valor, or maybe Team Reckoning, they can go for a force buy. So default, take it away.
As we can see, it's 11-4, so I was kind of hoping that Reckoning actually was gonna do well for the Ascent. Maybe they have something else in mind for the next map, or is it too soon to say? Are they actually done for this map?
I mean,
it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. Well, I'll actually tell it when it's match point, to be honest. But Reckoning as a Spectre buy, so maybe they have something else in them. Maybe just push in.
Yep.
Get a few.
And I think there is the technical pause coming in from either of the teams. I'm not quite sure who went for the technical pause, because all the players are there, or maybe it was a I'm pretty sure it was a technical pause. And I think we can look at the scoreboard, right? Hunter with 15 kills. So what do you think? Like default, let me know, because on the other side, if you look at Jane, obviously he's the duelist, he's on 15 kills. But if you took a look at Team Valor, Pachasile is like only at 8 kills, and Buster 13 kills. I mean, it's good, but if you look at Hunter with 15 kills and 11 assists, what do you think about that?
Yeah,
Being an initiator, he's playing so well.
Yeah, he's a pretty good Sova. He's fragging, and he's also helping his teammate with the recons and the shock darts, dealing damage and giving them info too. So he's doing really well for this game.
Yep, I agree.
Buster
and it looks like
Killjoy trying to get
this round is going to be crucial, right?
Yeah, they should get this. Reckoning should get this if they don't want to go into match point. And Bond actually gets one. And there's no trade to be seen. They're taking it really slow, trying to get that A shot control. Panzer takes down Buster. Gets the trade onto 2 players
Alarm bot out.
and 3v3 situation. They do have the KJ ult. Maybe they use it. I mean, they should. Oh, it's a 3v2 situation now.
Wrong grenade out.
Bullet takes down JN.
Found them.
They know the info. They did hear the alarm bot. They know that there's one
One
guy in
enemy
short.
remaining.
And maybe an ace? No. Hunter takes down Trist.
Yep, Hunter is gonna take down Trist. With that, it is going to be round number 12, just like we expected for the side of Team Valor. And what do you think? The default. I think my prediction is coming true. What do you think?
Yeah. Maybe I should change back to a Team Valor now.
No. That's not possible. You should have did that.
Nah. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe they have
Yeah.
something up their sleeve in bind. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, obviously, because this
Yeah.
is map number 1, right? This
Yeah.
is not game over for them. So
True.
it looks like it is impossible to win from here, but I wouldn't say it's completely impossible because we've seen some comebacks in the past. So let's see if it is one of that. And Team Valor in a match point, in a map point, not a match point. Obviously, it's a map point for them. So let's see if they are going to be able to secure this map number 1 and go in an advantage when they walk into map number 2. That is going to be bind. On the other hand, Team Reckoning Esports, they are really down in terms of their when they go to map number 2 after losing a map in a score of 13-4, they're not going to be having a lot of confidence in them. But just as I say that, Jane is going to get one, he's going to pick up the Phantom, he's going to get another, which means it is a 5v3 in the advantage of Team Reckoning Esports. Team Valor, they are looking a little bit weak there, and Jane is going to go for a third kill. Oh my god.
Remaining.
Jane doing all the work for his team at this point, and Panzer is going to get the 4th guy, which means it is all up to the Phoenix to clutch it, but Trist is going to
No charges left.
bust out Buster with his shotgun, and which means that is going to be round number 5 on the board for the side of Team Reckoning Esports. Even though it is, they did a really good job, they still have a long way to work from here because they are down by 7 rounds default.
Maybe the match point sound, maybe the voice line made them wake up or something. Looking right now, they're actually doing a really job holding the side, showing that little bit of an aggression in towards A main, getting those picks, clean off heads, and moving their round in the favor of them. And in comes the default mid arrow with Bondef pushing towards B with the ult, but couldn't find anyone, and he's back into B. While Team Valor is trying to get their picks towards A, and
Variable removed.
Bullet actually gets the first pick onto Juen, who was actually going for the rotate, but gets taken down. And they got the side. But they gotta worry about the Astra Pool and the KJ Nanosom. Like I said, it's so beautiful
Spike
to see.
planted.
Tristan is only 25 HP. 4v3 retake in favor of a Team Valor.
You are divided.
But they do have the Hunter's Fury, and in comes the Jet updraft. Couldn't find anyone.
Nowhere to run!
One F. Oh, in comes the Hunter's Fury. Tagging one person, but couldn't connect.
Last
Bond
player standing.
takes one, but gets taken down by Buster.
Attackers win.
Good game. 13-5 on the board. So first map goes to Team Valor, like you said.
Yep, exactly. I don't know what, but I think I literally plotted everything that's gonna happen in this match. Whatever I said actually turned out to be true. The lineup, the whole lineups, and the combo between Phoenix and Astra, the combo between Killjoy and Astra, and everything came to be true. And I also predicted Team Valor to win, and exactly they won map number 1. But this is not the end. Everything could change in map number 2. And let's see what's going to happen in map number 2. So map number 2, it is going to be bind. It is going to be interesting to see what happens at this match. If you look at Tiago, if you look at JN, he's going to be the MVP, match MVP, even though his team lost. He did a really good job by picking out 19 kills and 3 first bloods. But unfortunately, apart from him, rest of his teammates couldn't perform up to the point. Bondef with 11, Panzer with 12, Juven with 10, and Frist with 8. On the other side, if you look at Team Valor, I would say it was like a teamwork. Bullet with 20 kills, being a killjoy with 5 first bloods, that is like completely incredible if you ask me. And what do you think, default? Like the way these guys played, I think they deserved that map number one. Don't you think?
Yeah, they actually deserve it, to be honest.
Yep.
And Team Reckoning Esports actually did a pretty good job, but they couldn't actually get the first map. But still not leaving any hopes for the second map though. And I
Yep.
really hope they actually win the second one, so we can actually get to see the third map into play. What do you
Yep.
say? And
Yep.
speaking of the third map, it's actually gonna be wait, heaven if they actually win the second map. Team,
Oh, the third map, it is going to be Haven, right?
yeah, yeah.
So the second map, it is going to be Bind, guys. So this time it is going to be, if I'm not wrong, Reckoning is going to be on the defender side. Am I right, default?
Reckoning has yeah, yeah.
They're going to be the defenders in this map number two. Map number two is going to be Bind, and Reckoning will be defending. And let's see what's going to happen. So far, I think this game, it was like pretty much Valor's game. Even in defense, they are expected to do well, but they were not expected to do well in the attacker side. But they did. So what do you think? I think they are like really dominant, and I think that confidence will too. Or do you think will Reckoning be able to catch everything up and make it work for them in the second map? What do you think? I mean, I obviously want Reckoning to win because I want to see a deciders map.
True.
But I would say that map number two is gonna go towards the side of Team Valor. But I want to win Team Reckon. I mean, I want Team Reckoning to win because I want to see a deciders map. What do you think?
I would have the same opinion, to be honest, because I want to see that third map roll out.
Yep.
But considering how Team Valor has been playing, pushing every single opportunity they have to get a pick on towards the Team Reckoning, I think Valor has this map, but it's too soon to tell. So then again, Reckoning is playing the defense, and Bind is a little bit of a defense-sided map. So maybe then again, maybe Reckoning has the upper hand over here. Maybe they're good at attack on the second half, or maybe Team Valor actually is gonna dominate them. Maybe, just
Yep.
maybe. So
I agree. I agree. I agree. Agree to everything you say. So let's see what's gonna happen in the second map. My second map, it is going to be Bind. So as we talk about Bind, I think what do you think? Bind, I think the lineup would be like pretty it's pretty similar. They might have a Sova, they might not have a Sova. If they don't have a Sova, they need to play a Sky. So some teams like to play Sky and some teams like to play Sova, but some teams also like to go for a double initiator pickup by sacrificing one of the duelists. So I think that we can see that also. What do you think? What's going to be the lineup and how it's going to pay out for both the teams?
you said something about the sacrifice of a duelist. Who would you rather pick as an initiator? Is it Sova with the Sky, or Sova is a must in my opinion. So
Yep.
is it Sky, or do you want some breach action into the bind map?
I mean, Breach is, if you ask me honestly, Breach is like good in like any map, like because of his flashes and all the utilities that he has. I mean, I would say Breach is a really good pick. But having said that, Sky's ult is like it's really good as well. So for a map like Haven, I mean, for a map like Bind, I think they should go for Breach. I mean, yes, they should go for Breach. And my second pick, I mean, Sova, they're gonna play with Sova. If they're gonna play two initiators, it is either going to be Sova with Sky or Sova with Breach. So for if they were like team like Eon, they would probably go for Breach with Sova. But I think these teams, both the teams, after seeing what they played in Ascent, I think they will be leaning a little bit towards the side of Sky pick. What do you think?
I was kind of hoping they would actually pick Sky because we need to see a Sky game. Come on.
Yep.
And in my opinion, she's a better initiator and also a team player, because of the heal and oh, not to mention the ult. It's so annoying. You gotta take care of those cabbages flying at you, take them down in order to actually see the players coming behind it, and take both of them down too. So
Yep.
in my opinion, the most annoying character to play against right
I-
now is Sky.
Yep. If you look at Breach, his flashes are. I mean, it's good. Obviously, it's behind the wall. But Sky is like her flashes are like really directionable, right? So to pick an info and everything, I would say Sky is like a better initiator. Having said that, Seeker's ult is also really overpowered in a clutch situation or even in a situation where they have to go for a particular push. So I think Sky is really good, especially for map like Bind. You know, where there's like a lot of I mean, not a lot of angles to check. I mean, there are obviously angles to check, but there are like a lot of wall parts where if you flash, a lot of spots are going to be covered. I think Breach is a good option, but Sova, if you consider they're going to go for Sova, some teams might like to pick up Sky as well. So yep. So let's see if it is whether it's going to be a Breach or Sky pickup. In terms of controls, obviously I think they should go for Brimstone. If they don't go for Brimstone, they're going to have a pretty hard time. I think Brimstone should be like a default pick for the side of for a map like Bind. What do you think?
To be honest, I will side with you on that too. Because if they are gonna go for an Astra, it's gonna be really confusing for all the players, considering it's a little bit of a small map compared to Breeze or Heaven, or
Yeah.
Ascend for that matter. Because of the TP, it sort of cancels out the portion of the whole map, compared to Ascend, I mean. So, oh, then again, I would like to, in the duelist department, I would like to see a Yoru play, but actually, we are going to switch towards the agent select screen right now. So,
Yep. Let's look at the agents that are gonna be picked for this map of Bind. I think
as you say,
Bullet and Panzer is immediately going for Brimstone.
Brimstone, there you go. Oh, they go for the double controller,
Oh,
Viper and VL. Oh, pretty interesting lineups, to be honest.
So I think Team Reckoning Esports, they are playing like the default comp lineup. So they're gonna go for a double duelist setup with Brimstone. With Sova is obviously like default. You could see Hunter and Driven, they're going for Sova as well. And Trist is gonna play Killjoy one. While on the other side, they're gonna go for Viper. If you ask me, Viper is like a really good pick for Bind as well, especially when you're like defending. You can afford to make one controller play in one side and the other control player on the other. Having said that, Bullet is only going to have 3 smokes to control a particular side, so Viper could really be a key factor for them when they go towards the defense side. But if you look at attacker side, if they have so many smokes in their hand, they have a Viper wall, they have Viper smoke orb. Maybe I think Viper smoke orb is going to be used for the post plan situation, but
Maybe.
they're going to have a lot of smokes to like split the site into like millions of parts, which means Reckoning Esports, they're going to have a really hard time defending this map of Bind. What do you think?
Team VL is going on a full balls in deep
Yep.
trouble if they're actually gonna go for a single duelist, because they have to deal with the double duelist on the other team. So
Yep.
they gotta try their level best, but they do have a Sage with them, so they can actually hold up one particular angle, or like slow them down if they're actually going for a five-man push using her abilities with the slow orb and stuff. And speaking of the wall being an annoying part, you gotta be aware of the wall being having 800 HP. During the pistol round, you gotta shoot the entire thing, leaving like what 20 bullets left on your classic, and it's kind of
Yep.
annoying. It's really annoying in the pistol round.
Yep. In pistol round, agent like Killjoy, especially in a long angle map like Bind, it's gonna be really annoying. I think if Killjoy setups in B side, they're gonna have a hard time pushing B. But if it is A side, I think with all the smokes that they have, Team Valor, they can possibly make it happen for them. But having said that, they should be aware of all the you know uh, alarm bot placements and the spam grenades as well. But all the apart from that, I think Team Valor, they have a pretty comfortable lineup. They have Viper, which means they can just use their snake bite towards the lamps area to go for a push. So, ladies and gentlemen, the game has started. So let's take a look at the game. Pixel is going to start things up by taking out Jen in this pistol round, but Pixel is going to be left very low on HP, which means Sage will be going for a heal towards his teammate. Juven is going to take out Buster, which means that will be a 4v4. Viper still on very low on HP. Panzer, ooh! Panzer is going to catch Bullet off guard. Bullet trying to go for the smoke. He's going to get taken off guard, and with that, I think Hunter is going to get taken down by Juven. So it is all up to Pasha Sahil and the Viper. They're going to try and go for the plant. The wall comes in. Also, they have a Sage in their side, Team Valor. So I think they have a lot of advantage there. But the shock dart from Juven, it's gonna hit the body of Pixels, and the nade is also come in, but it's gonna come in, but of no use. a 1v4 in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports, but will Pasha be able to get the plant down? If he gets the plant down, I think I would say a job done for his side. So,
But he
yep,
doesn't.
over to you, Default.
He doesn't. Very unlucky. He had to face off the people in towards the site, and so was already in A short, trying to get a pick on towards the Sage, but he took the TP first. So
Yep.
he tried to get the plant, but couldn't. So look at right now, it's looking bad for Team Valor since they do have to go for an eco.
Yep,
Yeah,
they have to go for an
an
eco,
eco.
but Reckoning Esports, you could see they're gonna be going for a buy default. So except for Jane and Juven, they're gonna go for a ghost. They're gonna play with their ghost. So see, over to you.
Trying to get a pick, and Panzer gets the first pick to the second round, taking down Pixel. And in comes the second. Oh, spamming through the wall, trying to get a pick, but couldn't. Panzer takes down. Oh,
One enemy remaining.
Multiple tags. Oh, wow. This is their eco, but they're getting cut down. Wow.
Yep.
The second round goes towards the Team Reckoning again. Like I said, they had something up their sleeve in bind, and they're showing it. Trying to
Yep.
play those aggressive angles, pushing in, even though they are playing the defense sided. But yeah, and now the real game actually starts when they have the better guns. Over to you.
Yeah, I totally agree. Now, I think Team Valor they're gonna pass the game at 10, which means they are going to go for a technical timeout. And let's do like a. I mean, let's see what happened in the previous round. If you take a Team Reckoning Esports, you know what happened in the last round. They were in a buy while their opponents they were in an eco round. So when you give the people who don't have proper guns a lot of time, they're gonna be able to position themselves, or they're gonna come for a backstab. They're gonna have a lot of place to play with. So that is exactly what Team Reckoning Esports countered right there, because they went for those aggressive pushes, not at all giving Team Valor to think. And there was a flawless round. They pushed all the way until they got all the kills down. So that was a really good mindset, especially in a buy round coming after a pistol round. And to start things off in this round, it is going to be JN in this bonus round taking out one, which means they will have a bigger gun in their hands for to start off this round. So let's see what's gonna happen in this round. A 5v4 advantage in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports. The first half looks like it is gonna go a little bit favored towards the side of Reckoning Esports, since they are in an advantage of 5v4. The shock dart lineup is gonna come in, but the plant is gonna come in later on, which means the plant is going to go down. There isn't going to be any issues with that. The Brim Molly is going to hold the players towards the CT for a while, and the Sage Wall also holding Trish from entering the site for a while. Trish making sure that there's nobody on the top angle, just to make sure that he doesn't get picked from a weird angle. All four players of Team Valor playing towards the long area, which means this could either go too good, or it could go really bad for them. A back and forth trade coming in from both the teams. And Team Valor looks like they're going to take this round away. Pacha Style gets another. It's all up to Juven to clutch this round up. And yes, it is going to be a round for the side of Team Valor. And really good round from them. And round number 1 on the board for the side of Team Valor. Even though they managed to win the round, they were already very weak on their economy in the previous round, which means they're going to be in trouble now. They're not going to have enough economy. On the other hand, a really good bonus round for the side of Team Reckoning Esports. And over to you, Default.
Really good bonus, to be honest. They got 3 players from the opposite team, so a pretty good thing for them. And as for the buy right now, looking a little bit of a balance, because they do have to buy abilities, because they did use them last round to get that round. So
Yep.
it's still showing that aggressive play on towards the B. Defenders are actually pushing it back towards the attackers, playing different, but it backfires on towards Bond F. Pasha Style actually takes him down. Buster going towards B long, trying to get an info, but the plant actually goes down in A with the help of Viper. Pixel going back towards A short, trying to get a pick. He knows someone is actually gonna come backstab, but he doesn't know that JN is actually coming up. But takes the trade on towards Park Slide. Trying to get those picks in towards the U-Haul, but couldn't connect. Viper playing those close plans. Looks like they're going for a save. You gotta appreciate how they're playing the game, though. trying to hold the B main push, B long push, my bad. And this is a round for Team Valor.
I mean, people, they say that a particular team, they take like 4 to 5 rounds to read their opponent's gameplay in a particular map,
True,
and
true.
read that and change their gameplay accordingly. But I think Team Valor managed to read the gameplay of Reckoning really, really fast, because after the first 2 rounds that they pushed aggressively, I think Team Valor, they had an idea that they're going to push aggressively again and again. And this time, if you see, look carefully, they're not holding on to that B long angle. Instead, they're holding on to the B long push, and that is exactly what Bondef did. He went really, really super aggressive, which was completely unnecessary, and he was punished for that aggression as well. So in this round, they are pretty comfortable because they know that their opponents are gonna go for an eco. Even if they go aggressive, they're not gonna be able to get any picks. And there goes 1 kill, and Bullet is gonna get another. GN, on the other hand, he's gonna get the right click onto the Buster's head. He's gonna bust Buster's head off, which means it is going to be a 3v4, still in advantage of Team Valor. But now, if they time it correctly, they can get a gun there. But looks like the rest of the Team Valor players, 2 of the players, they're going to be going towards the hookah area, which means the gun will not be picked up from any of the players of Team Reckoning so far. Panzer, with the Sheriff in his hand, he's going to be holding on to B all alone, while 2 of his teammates are still towards the A side. Jane is going to try and go for the backstab, I think. He only has 30 HP on his body. And Panzer is going to get spotted. Oh, poor Panzer. I feel very bad for him, because he had nothing much to do there at that point. Bullet is going to get a third kill for him. Juven, on the other hand, he has a Vandal in his hand. So the one that he saved in the previous round, will he be able to do any damage? And on the other hand, Jane is going to come for the backstab. Pixel is going to take him down. It's all up to Juven. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to clutch this, but he's going to try and make some damage, as much as damage as he can cause. He's going to try and do that. But it is going to be Hunter who's going to shut down Juven. With that, it is going to be round number 3 on the board for the side of Team Valor. A little bit of advantage for them. And the eco round for the side of Reckoning Esports comes to an end. And over to you, Default.
I feel like this is gonna be a so diff game, to be honest. Hunter has been playing really well on the first map, and Juven is also doing his best, but I think Hunter has a better opportunity to actually get a few more picks against Juven, to be honest. And as for JN, he's playing really well too. Seeing the first op buy on towards this map, he's peeking towards showers, but no one's there except for the Viper, who's not pushing. Waiting for someone else to push towards them, but no. JN is actually gonna back off in towards the side, holding that angle, holding A short, trying to get a pick, but couldn't. Buster holding B short or hookah, trying to get a pick, but no one's there. He has to go back, help his teammates, or give him the info that nobody's there, or we should actually make a better plan for themselves, since they don't have the info that multiple players are in B and they're actually holding in the long push. Brimstone playing B long, but he cannot help his teammates in A because of the range of the smokes. In comes the Sova Dart. They are actually gonna push towards A. In comes the Sage Wall that I mentioned, but still gets shot down. But Team BL taking down multiple players. Bon F actually takes down Buster himself too. It's a 3v3 situation, and both Brimstones have to play against each other, and the Panzer takes down Bullet. And it's 2v2.
Oh,
Beautifully done by Hunter. Beautiful 4K. Well done.
a really good positioning from Hunter.
Yeah. He got this, to be honest.
Yep.
He's playing against the info. Like, he's using his abilities to the max here, to be honest.
Yep, I totally agree. And the first 2 rounds, Team Reckoning Esports, they managed to get the first 2 rounds, but after that, Team Valor looking pretty much unstoppable. If you look at the side of, if you look at the economy of Team Reckoning Esports, you could pretty well say that it is going to be an eco round for them, and which means this round is also going to go in the favor of Team Valor. Team Valor, unless and otherwise Team Reckoning Esports pull out something incredible and impossible. So let's see what's going to happen there. Buster is going to peek the hookah area. Juven and his teammate Panzer are going to be holding on to the hook area, but he's going to peek at the right time. He's going to take out Panzer. He's going to get another, which means that will be a 5v3 in the favor of Team Valor. Bondov will take the TP. Trist on the other hand, he's going to catch 3 with the judge. Oh my god, a really big play coming on from Trist. Trist still alive. He still has the shotgun in his hand, but trade will come in, which means it will be a 2v2. And the Team Valor I mean, it seemed like they were going to take the round pretty comfortably, but Trist, oh my god, what a play with the judge. He did an amazing job, and also the showstopper from Buster is going to be wasted, and Trist is going to come for a backstab. This is like too much brain at this point. I think he's going to get a couple of free kills there. Okay, no, he's going to switch the gun, which is going to give away the sound cue, which means Pixel is going to take him down. It's all up to Bondef with the sheriff in his hand, and will he be able to make something happen here? The plant is not going to go down. They're going to hold for a little while. And Bondef slowly walking in, waiting for the planter to come so that he can take the planter down. Pixel should be the guy who should be planting. He has the spike in his hand. They're still waiting. I'm not quite sure what's happening because they're going to wait for 20 seconds. There comes the Viper wall is going to come in. And Bondef slowly walking in towards the lamps area, which means, okay, the plant is going to go down. No problem with that. But, oh, Bondef had a chance to take out the race, the Buster off guard, but it is going to be Pixel who takes him down, and with that, it is going to be round number 5 on the board. A 5-2 in the favor of Team Valor. Team Valor looking strong, and finally a buy round for the side of Recording Esports. And over to you, Default.
To be honest, if I had pushed through the Viper wall, he could have taken out Bondef. I mean, Buster, I mean. Because he had to wait for that animation to come up and actually choke his gun back up in order for him to shoot back. So it would have been another story if he had pushed through the Viper wall. But it happened other way. And as of this round, they're totally focusing. Team Valor is totally focusing their efforts on towards A. In comes the Viper wall. They're trying to get a pick by JN, but couldn't. In comes the Hunter's Fury, taking down Trist. JN taking down Buster and Bondef taking down Pixel. Multiple trades. It's a 3v2 situation. It's a 2v1 situation right now. Bullet taking down Bond. It's all on towards the Bullet. It's a 1v2 situation. Gets tagged by the Sova Dark. Still has the ulti though. He can use it, but it's a risk. He can save it for the next round, but still. He spots the Sova, but gets tagged.
No.
Oh, it's on him. He cannot break that. Oh, what? Okay.
What? Juven, okay.
Okay.
That was a little bit sus. Okay, that was a nice kill from Juven. With that, it's going to be round number 3. At Default, did you look at how how well Bondef was holding towards the shower area?
Yeah,
First, he got a kill,
Yeah,
activated his showstopper, got a kill, and after that, also he managed to get the 3rd kill as well. What do you think about that?
Pretty well played, to be honest, and he's doing a really good job doing that. And as of this round, they're focusing their efforts for their push, since they've been showing a little bit of an aggression again with the JN pushing on towards A short. Still misses the shot. Still has to handle those 2 players. Oh, still misses the 2nd shot. Oh, unlucky. Multiple trades coming in, so 4v4 game right now. But Sage has the rest, but gets Bondef takes down Pixel. And it's any man's game right now. And in comes the Sage res on towards Bullet. Bondef trying to get a pick, and he gets it. Trist and Bondef gets a pick, and Trist with the 2nd pick. Buster takes down Trist.
All of the Buster now.
Yeah. It's a 1v3 situation. They have to keep in mind the Sova is still in B. It's a 1v2 in A. If he can actually push towards CT and not let the Brimstone spot him. Oh no.
Oh
he
no.
He doesn't.
He played it really well though.
But yeah, unlucky. Panzer is holding the angle.
I mean, only if team or who is that? Bondef. If Bondef was speaking from showers, maybe he had a chance. He could have killed the Bondef, and after that he could have maybe gone towards the CT side. But unfortunately, that wouldn't be the case. He's gonna be facing away from the Brimstone, who was holding the heaven area, and Panzer will be the one to shut him down. So with that, it is going to be round number 4 on the board for the side of Reckoning Esports. Reckoning Esports looking to even out the round count in this first half. A last buy round coming on from the side of Team Valor. After this, if they lose another round, they will be pushed to an eco. So Team Reckoning Esports, they would obviously love that. The outroad being deployed from a hunter is gonna mark the turret, which means that they know where the turret is. Panzer is gonna go and take out Buster, who was trying to peek from the hookah area, which means a 5-4 advantage in the side of Team Reckoning Esports early on in this round number 10. And Team Valor Esports, the rest of the players of Team Valor Esports looking to take towards the take the A sides. And just the thing that I was talking about, you could, divide the site into so many parts, and the Brimstone smokes and the Viper smokes are going to do exactly the same. And the Sage Wall is also going to come in. A lot of utility for them to get this plant safely, but the post plant is where they have been failing so far. So that is exactly what they need to do. But this time they have the Viper Spit. Pasha Silent Pixel is going to get one for themselves. Panzer and Bond are going to go down. It's all up to Juven and the Jet to make a comeback happen in this round. JN holding onto the CT area with the operator. Probably he's going to go for the save. He knows that he can't do much since the Viper Pit has also been activated. A lot of utility dumped in from the side of Team Valor, hoping to win this round, and I think they will be able to do that. But Juven waiting to get those exit frags. He will get one, but will he be going for another? That is the question. I think the rest of the teammates of Team Valor, they are going to go for and take the TP, but nope. Pasha Style decides to go and do a CT push. He will get taken out by JN and his operator. Yup, and with that, it is going to be round number 6 on the board for the side of Team Valor. They were looking like the round are going to be equalized, but nope, that is not the case. I think Team Valor, they are back into the driving seat. What do you think, Default?
In my opinion, Team VL has to go for a semi-buy if they want to fix their economy, since Buster doesn't have a proper gun to play with. So he has to go with the Spectre, even though they won the last round. So as for Team Reckoning Esports, they got a pretty good buy. Operator on the hands of JN, holding down Hookah, but no one's there. Oh, never mind. It's 8, my bad. Oh, changes position. Multiple picks, but couldn't get a pick. And they're shifting all their trades in towards B, getting the pick on towards Pixel. Hunter takes down Panzer, and Juven takes on Hunter. Buster takes on Juven again. It's a 3v3 situation. Bond takes down Bullet. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of Reckoning Esports. You gotta let the Sage.
One enemy remaining.
Not giving him any much time to recover, but Buster comes in with the 1v2. But gets taken down by JN with the AWP. You can't really actually play against the AWP with an angle.
Round in the
Plus
half.
it's an headshot angle. You see the head, you just wallbang that. Easy. He's dead.
Yep. And I agree. If you look at the scoreboard, you can see how well Bondov has been doing. Jane, even though he did really well in the first part of the few rounds, and after that since he took the operator in his hand, I don't think he has been doing. I mean, obviously he got 1 kill in the previous round and 1 kill now. He has been trying to go aggressive towards the A shot area, but not quite able to connect the shots. So I think we'll still have a chance to they might end this first half in a lead. They should be really happy even if they lose this round, because having said that, Bind is a really defender sided map, and exactly the same ult that I was talking about. The lamps part is going to be altered, and the rest of the team, they were looking to go for the rush, but oh my god, Team Reckoning is they're going to be able to somehow deny the rush. And the Sova from the side of Team Reckoning Esports is going to be able to get one with the Hunter's Fury. And the rest of the teammates of Team Valor, they're going to go for a B push, except for the Race, who's going to hold on to the Shavas area. Juven is going to manage to hold on to it. He's going to get 2. He's going to get, Panzer is going to get 1 as well. So which means it is a 3k for Juven. 1 with the ult and 2 with this Vandal. And it's all up to Buster to clutch this 1v5. The last round of first half, which means he can't go for a save. And he has to do something here. At least, get a couple of kills and maybe see what he can do. And also, he doesn't have the Spike. Spike is also in a very awkward position at this point. And Bondov with a really good angle, but he's not going to be looking at the right direction, which means Buster is going to be able to take him down. And there comes the showstopper. That Brimstone ult almost took down Jane, but Jane somehow got the kill before he was taken down. Really good half from both the sides, but I think I would say it's still an advantage of Team Valor. Having said that, this is an attack. I mean, this is a defender favored map, and getting to 6-6 in a attacker side, I think Team Valor they should be happy with that. And Team Reckoning Esports, they even though they would not be happy with that, with the way the game has been going towards the side of Team Valor, they were able to pull it back to their side and make it a 6-6. So they might be hoping for a better performance in the second half. So over to you, Default.
You gotta appreciate how Juan actually played his angle. To be honest, under the hookah, I mean, you can actually hear the enemy team move around in hookah. You gotta keep calm and let them pass through, jump down, and get those picks. And he got 3 there, and Juan actually won that round, in my opinion. And into the second half, it's pistol round. In comes the sword roll, trying to tag the Brimstone, but instead tags the Viper in backside. Jane pretty low on HP, but gets the pick on towards Pixel, trying to get the pick on Heaven Hunter, but gets shot down by Hunter. Bondef trying to get the pick on towards Bullet, but yeah, he did get it. And in comes the nade, and Panzer has to move his position. Dinks the Sova in Heaven, but couldn't get the kill. Down goes the plant in B. It's a 3v3 retake with the Sova being very low. And multiple people in towards elbow. Oh, they're playing it really slow and really well, to be honest. They one can actually push towards the CT, but Buster is actually predicting that. And in comes the Sage Wall. Nothing can be done. Oh,
The defuse is gonna go down.
oh, and it's done. Trying for the knife, but now gets shut down.
You know, I've seen Pasha, do this a lot of times, and even teams. I mean, even against teams like Global Esports when they play in maps like Icebox and stuff. Team Valor, they are like the kind of players when they play Sage, they don't like to use their wall early on in the defender's side. I mean, when they attack, you could see how he was trying to wall off CT when they pushed B, and when they pushed A, he used that wall to get the plant down and everything. But you could look at how they were saving the wall in the defender side, and it really won them. Pretty much that is what won them the round in the pistol round. So with that, they're going to start a force buy coming in from the side of Reckoning, hoping to win this round. And if they lose this round, they're going to be in a really bad position. The shock dart from the counterpart of Juven is going to connect to the body, and which means they are going to be very low on HP. Shots being shared from both the sides. A 5v5 situation. Still, the wall is not gonna block him, and B and Hunter, Pasha style, are gonna together get 4 kills for themselves, 2 kills for each. And Panzer will get the trade, but it doesn't matter because it is a 1v4, still in the favor of Team Valor. And Panzer with very low HP, the star still almost kills him. I think that is gonna kill him. Will it?
No,
Nope.
no.
Still out of the reach. I'm pretty sure Panzer was like feeling like just like no, don't kill me, and it didn't kill him. And I think this round is pretty much already done and dusted. Ooh,
Oh, but
there are
gets the
two
pick.
people waiting outside the TP. I don't think if Panzer knows that Bullet is also
waiting
here.
there, yeah.
I think even if he tries to walk out, he's gonna get taken out. And by the way, this was a 4th round from the side of Reckoning Esports, which means it is going to be an 8-6, and after this it could be a 9-6 also
30 seconds left.
in the favor of Team Valor, as next round will be an eco round coming on from Reckoning Esports. And over to you, Default.
And there you go, 6-8 on to the scoreboard. Like you said, it was a force by Reckoning Esports. So looking pretty bad in favor of them. I mean, in favor of Valor. I mean, looking very bad for Reckoning, since they do have to go for that eco. And Team Valor has the better gun, has the better Spectre and the armor, and maybe they can actually buy better guns even if they lose this one. But I'm pretty sure they got this. It's a 6-9, in my opinion.
Yep.
As we can see, they are trying to get a pick on towards A short, leaving the Killjoy to lurk towards B, holding that angle towards the TP. Trying to clear off each and every angle they can on towards hookah, and as well as holding down A short. See if anyone is actually pushing towards U-Haul, trying to get a pick on towards A short. Down, in goes the Jet. Bullet holding that angle towards U-Haul. Didn't see Jet, but takes. Oh, Duet actually takes him down. Team Valor is actually playing really well for this round, even though it's their eco.
Last player
Reckoning's
standing.
eco. Still,
Yep.
they got it. Like I said, it's a 6-9. Nice.
So just like we expected, it's gonna be a 6-9 in the favor of Team Valor, which means they are slowly but steadily walking away with this win. And don't forget that they won the map number 1, which means if they win this map, it is pretty much it. It is game over for the side of Team Reckoning Esports. So they need to do something different because what they've been doing so far hasn't been working out for them. And if you look at Team Valor, it is going to be a bonus round for them, except for Pixel, who will be holding on to a Phantom after he died in the previous round. But he's going to have enough money to go for a buy in the next round as well. So which means Team Valor looking in a really good position, and somehow they have to win this round. Otherwise, they are going to be in a really bad position. And so far, looks like they're holding for a B long push, but which is something that has not been done by Team Valor so far in the game. Maybe Team Reckoning were expecting them to push like how they did in the first half, but that is not going to be the case for the side of Team Valor. So a slow and steady execute coming on from both the sides, and default.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So
go.
if let's say if Team Reckoning Esports are going to win this match, and the next match it is going to be Team Valor on the defense, but it is a attacker favored map, the map of Haven.
Spike down B.
So just as we talk about that, let's focus on the round now. I'll ask you the question after the end, okay?
Yeah,
So Bondov is going to get another, which means it is going to be a 4v2 in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports, just as I say that, and Bullet is going to get 1 for himself, which means it is a 2v3. But Pixel is going to be very low on HP. I think Pixel has a Phantom in his hand. Probably he's going to go for the save. And he's going to let Bullet to go and take some fight and maybe get some picks there so that he could damage the economy of Reckoning Esports. And they have been pretty successful in damaging the economy, you could see pretty clearly. They've taken out 2 members of Reckoning Esports, and that's going to help. Panzer is going to be peeking out towards a long area, but Juan takes down Pixel, who was trying to jump out of hookah. All up to Bullet to make some damage here. The recon comes in, he's going to spot him down. He's going to get spotted intentionally, and he's playing with Team Reckoning Esports. He wants them to die to the Spike Blast. And there he goes down. With that, it is going to be round number 7, the first round for the side of Reckoning Esports in the second half, but not in a very comfortable way. And just as we talk about that, default, I have a question for you,
Yeah,
right?
go.
So, like in the second map, it is going to be Team Valor who will be defending in the first half of Team Map Haven. So, who do you think is going to win? I mean, who's going to be in an advantage at the end of first half if we get to see the third map?
Seeing how
Like the way-
seeing how Team Valor has been playing their level best right now, I feel like Valor has a better opportunity of winning this game.
I agree.
But
And,
it's still too soon to tell.
Too soon to tell. 9-7 in the advantage of Team Valor, and Team Reckoning Esports trying to make a mini comeback happen here and take it away. Default.
Trying to get and the team Reckoning Esports is trying to get a pick on towards the A side, but gets a little bit of shut down by
Spike
Pixel.
down A.
But the Bondef actually takes Bullet down, so they don't have a smoker. Bondef trying to get a pick on towards A short, gets the kill on towards Pixel with the satchel since he was so low. Trying to get that plant down, faking down the Brim ult,
One
but
enemy remaining.
gets the plant. And it's a 3v1 situation. And Buster is popping down heads. It's a 1v2 situation. HP looking pretty good for both sides. In comes the showstopper, maybe get a kill. And it's a 1v1 situation. Doesn't get one. There's 2 people to handle, and he gets shut down by Bonda.
Yup. Looks like Team Reckoning Esports, they're slowly coming back. They're only 1 round away from getting the equalizer, right?
Yeah.
Default.
Yeah. If it's gonna, I think it's gonna be a match point for this match.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this round could, decide the fate of what's gonna happen, because Team Valor, even though they looked really, strong for the first half of this first part of the second half, but now, Team Reckoning, they are slowly coming back. They're only 1 round away, and that is exactly what they will be looking to do. And on the other side, looks like Team Valor are going for an eco, which means this round is gonna go in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports as well. And JN is going to start things up by taking out Pixel. Panzer is going to add some more injury to that by taking down Pixel. So which means it is going to be a 5 is 2, 3, but it's going to be Bullet who takes down JN. And Hunter is going to take down Bondaf with a double shock dart towards the shower area. Oh, that was a really interesting, a really cool lineup. But that's going to get one, which means it is a 2v3. Still in the favor of Team Reckoning Esports. But Reckoning Esports, if they lose this round, they're not going to be in a really, good situation. Having said that, they don't have the best economy in the world. And, for the side of Team Valor, they've been doing a pretty good job. Having said that, this is an eco round for them. And Panzer holding on to the CT area. The plant still has to go down, but Bullet is going to take down Tiago, but Hunter is going to take down Panzer, which means this round is slowly going towards the side of Team Valor. Hunter, he has a Phantom in his hand, and they are trying to hunt down the last player, that is Killjoy. Killjoy is, that is Twist. He has a lockdown in his hand, but he doesn't have the spike. The spike is still towards the long area.
Left.
And they are holding to the spike, watching to both the sides, and it is going to be all up to Twist to clutch this round up for his team. A really important for a round for them. And Bullet looking in the right direction. He's going to turn around in the wrong time, but Hunter will be there to watch his back, which means it is going to be a 3k for Hunter. A thrifty round coming on from the side of Team Valor. I was not at all expecting for them. After they went for an eco, they managed to win that round, which means a lot of economy damage for the side of Team Reckoning Esports. And Team Valor, they should be really happy with that. They're back to the driving seat with just, a couple of sheriff buys. So they should be really happy with that. And over to you, Default.
I think this is a pretty much big win for Valor right now, considering they just won their biggest eco they could ever win. And I would say Valor got this.
Get out of my
And
way!
as we say, this is gonna be an 8-3 by Team Reckoning Esports. Viper gets tagged by multiple picks coming down by Reckoning Esports. It's a 5v3 retake, but the Jet is still low.
Deploying drone.
But the Sage still has a rest to work with, but I think Team Valor is in a difficult spot considering they have to shut down the spike and deal with the rest of the 5 teammates. Now it's 4 now. Kinda hard to tell, and in comes the rest. Like I said, it's a 4v4 retake now. Trying to get a pick on towards the shower, but cannot. But Bonda takes down Pashasai. Buster takes down 2, but gets no, he's still alive. In comes the Hunter's Fury, taking down Buster, who was 1 HP, but cannot connect. In comes the defuse.
Don't worry, you're out of charge.
That was very close.
That is close. Yeah, if he had connected, it could have been way more satisfying, to be honest.
Yep. And 9th round in the board for the side of Reckoning Esports. Even though they really messed up in the first part of this round, they managed to come back. And thanks to Juven for holding on to the, stopping
Hunter's
Team
Fury.
Valor from defusing, getting the defuse down with this Hunter's Fury. And with that, it is going to be a 9-10 in the favor of Team Reckoning. Still in the favor of Team Valor, but they are only 1 round away from getting it back to even. They had this chance before, and we also saw an eco round from the side of Team Valor, but they somehow managed to get a thrifty round for them. So Reckoning Esports, they should make sure that doesn't happen again, and they win this round and get the equalizer down, because this will be the last chance that will be given to them. Team Buster and Pastor holding on to the long angle. There comes the Sage Wall, which means the push is going to be delayed for a while. And a backstab coming in from Pixel as well. I don't think anybody is even aware of what's going to happen, the kind of backstab that's going to come in from the side of Team Valor as well. Team Buster holding on to a really aggressive angle from the gap that he's got to have from the Sage Wall. And but I think Jet is gonna. Yes, Jane looks back at the backstab, looks for the backstab at the right time, and he's gonna take down Pixel, which means a 5v4 in the advantage of Reckoning Esports, and the whole team of Reckoning Esports are going towards the A side. They're not going to have any trouble in getting the plant down. They're going to be pretty comfortable with the plant. But Bullet holding on to the lamps with the shotgun is going to get 2, and Hunter is going to get 1, which means a 4v2 suddenly in the favor of Team Valor. Team Valor did a really good job in holding the side down. Yet again, an eco round played really well from the side of Team Valor, and Team Reckoning is thinking a lot about pushing, and that is really affecting them at this point. But Jane is going to manage to get 1, but Panzer slowly coming for the backstab push, and nobody's going to notice him. He's going to get 1, a 2v2 in nobody's favor. 20 seconds on the clock. Team just as I say that, they were trying to get the plan down, but Panzer managed to get 1 with his ult, but Buster is going to stand tall by getting 2 picks with the Phantom that he had in his hand. With that, it is going to be round number 11 and an eco round coming on from the side of Team Reckoning Esports, which means we will be seeing a match point on the scoreboard anytime soon. It is going to be 9-12 anytime soon, and it is going to be interesting to see how Team Reckoning Esports are going to come back from that, because if they get to 12 points, which means that will not only be a match point, it will not only be a map point, it will also be a match point. So over to you, Default.
Looking at the buy right now, Team Reckoning is actually in a tight situation. They have to go for the Sheriff and the Spectre buys if they want to actually pull this off with the bare minimum damage. And looking at how many ults they have, the Killjoy had, and Bond actually had the showstopper but couldn't use it. It's taken down by the Sage. On towards Long, trying to get a pick on towards Long, but in comes another showstopper. Doesn't connect, but the Sage is there for them to support him. It's a 4v1 situation in towards Long, and Chris gets taken down by Firestyle, and it's an ace. Beautifully played by the Sage, to be honest. He's playing a really good support, to be honest, for the Duelist.
Oh my god, that was an incredible ace. Like Pasha Asylum, who hasn't been like striking up a lot of kills, obviously, because he's a Sage, but that was insane. What a 5k from him. That was incredibly done well. And that's gonna put Team Valor onto a match point default. And I think from at this point, having considering the buy that Reckoning Esports have, I think this is it. I think it is going to be 2-0. What do you think?
I feel like it's a 2-0-2 if they actually play this well. And considering how...
There comes the showstopper.
Showstopper, yeah. Oh,
he's gonna connect one!
Oh, wow! So unlucky. How does he think? Oh no. Chris takes down Pixel. And it's a pretty much win for... oh, maybe... Never mind. Reckoning is actually looking good on this side. But Sage does still have her rest. She can actually work this out and maybe play a 4v4 retake considering how low the Jet and the Raze are. But Panzer takes down Buster.
Last player standing.
And it's a 4v1 situation, and there he goes down.
You know, we were talking about 2-0. I think Team Reckoning heard us, and they're like, our fight is not over. We still got a lot of fight left in us. And that is exactly what they showed for us. And I think that's not going to be enough to put Team Valor to an eco, which means they will have another buy. And even if they lose this round, they're going to have a decent buy in the next round as well. So from here, Reckoning Esports, they will have to completely depend on their skills, purely depending on their skills. And hopefully they can make a comeback happen. Obviously, they can't afford to lose a round, because if they lose a single round, either it's going to be over for them. Obviously, it's going to be over for them. So they don't have to think about the economy that they have. And it looks like Pasha Sahil is going to be holding on to the long. And on the other hand, you could see JN is going to be pushing on towards the short area. Panzer still holding on to Shower. And the Owl Drone is going to be activated. And the Brim Molly comes in, which means the push is going to be delayed for a little while. But, just as I say that, they're going to use the Satchel. And the Jet is going to use the dash to get into the side. Pixel is going to start things off by taking one. And VL Hunter is going to take down JN, which means I think it is a GG, guys. And just as I say that, Trist and Panzer are gonna bring the man count back to their side by taking out Bullet and Pixel. The Brim ult comes in, which means the plant is gonna be able to go down pretty comfortably, and Hunter is gonna take down Juven. The plant has gone down, the Molly has come in, which means no push will come on from the side of the lamps area. But the lockdown has been wasted out, and Pasha Sahil is gonna go for the revive. Oh, the guy who was holding on to the short holding on to the underheaven area will get taken down. It's all up to Trist to have a clutch happen for himself, and it's not going to happen, as Pasha Sahil is going to take him down. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have the GG well played in the chat, and I think that is it. And it is going to be Team Valor who are going to walk away in this quarterfinals, and they are going to move towards semifinals to face. This is the first quarterfinals, so they are going towards the semifinals. So which means they are going to be they have won against Team Reckoning Esports with an incredible score of 2-0. And the default, what do you think?
Like you said, I think
my predictions.
Your predictions are pretty good these days.
Yep.
Yeah. Even yesterday, you said they were gonna win, and they actually won.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think my prediction. I don't know if Yeah, I don't know if I have some, like crazy, prediction skills, or I don't know what it is, because I've spectated too many matches or something. Because whenever I say a certain team is gonna play a certain lineup, they end up picking that, and so I'm gonna say, whenever I say certain team is gonna win, depending on the way they've been playing in the recent past, that is actually what it works on. I think it is a pretty good analysis, and I think that is what turned up to be in the favor of Team Valor Esports, and I mean Team Valor. Team Valor played it extremely well, even though Bond F with 21 kills. And I would say Team Reckoning Esports played bad, right? All of the players played really well, but it was Team Valor at the end who, managed to take out the victory and move towards the semifinals. So, congrats to Team Reckoning Esports, and congrats to Team Valor for getting
Valor.
the win, and a really nice try and well played for the side of Team Reckoning as well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end of our first quarterfinals, and Hunter do being the team MVP for his team. And even though Bond have managed to get the match MVP, it will be Team Valor walking away with the win. And default, we were talking about the Brimstone, Brimstone play, and how it will, like they will be dividing the maps into like multiple numbers and all that. So that is what they did. So what do you think? Do you think Brimstone and this Viper combo that Valor went for, is it like did it like make the difference for them, or was it like Reckoning Esports were falling short generally in terms of skills or something?
No. I think the Brimstone and Viper play actually played with them. To be honest, you can just use the Viper wall on default on A and actually focus on B with using the Brimstone smokes. And if you feel like a B is a really bad option, you can just go towards A using the Viper wall. It's a 50-50. If A fails, you can just switch towards B, 2 and 4, and it worked out for them really well. And
Yep. We are going to be right back, guys. So, which means we are going to take a short break, and we will be right back with the next quarterfinals. So, it is me, Deepak.